Right now, militants have entered Israeli territory following a barrage of rockets. Israel's prime minister saying they are at war. We have the latest details. Plus, no recusal. Wisconsin's newly minted liberal justice saying her decision is not a matter of personal preference. That's coming up. And Speaker Search, the latest on the fight to become the next Republican leader. CBS's Bradley Blackburn reports. This is Weekend Mornings. Thank you for joining us. My name is Kyle Pazorski. Let's take a look outside this morning with Jacob Madison. Jacob, it was a pretty cool morning to start out there, isn't it?
Yeah, temperatures are definitely very chilly. One of the coolest mornings so far this season might just be the coldest morning since the spring. Looking at the current temperatures, 41 in Madison, but a lot of the area is in the 30s. Now, low temperatures were mostly above freezing. I'm not 100% sure if any smaller isolated areas did get to freezing, but nonetheless, it was very cool this morning, and these cool temperatures are definitely going to continue. Now, we also have been dealing with a little bit of a gusty winds, not necessarily overnight, but during the day yesterday. Expect the winds to pick back up during the afternoon hours with wind gusts up to 25 to possibly 30 miles per hour at times. So it will cause the temperatures to feel even cooler than what they actually are. So here's a look at future track. We are going to see clear skies during the morning, but clouds will increase throughout the afternoon, especially north and west of Madison, and it could produce a few light showers, but any rain that does fall will be very light and not expected to last very long, but don't be surprised if we see a passing shower or two across our region. So looking at the forecast throughout the day, Madison will see plenty of sunshine early in the day with some clouds later. Highs will be in the mid-50s. For La Crosse, a few more clouds, but temperatures are going to be very similar. High temperatures will only be in the middle 50s, and this is going to continue for the most part. I'll have more details on that coming up a little bit later.
Get the furnaces ready. Thank you, Jacob. Some new information this morning out of the Middle East. Militants from Gaza have entered Israeli territory. They entered shortly after a barrage of rockets were fired from Gaza toward Israel early this morning. Information so far indicates that 40 people have been killed. The Palestinian militant group Hamas has claimed responsibility for the rocket attack. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has taken to social media to declare that his country is, quote, at war.
This morning, Hamas launched a murderous surprise attack against the state of Israel and its citizens. We have been in this since the early morning hours. I convened the heads of security establishment and ordered, first of all, to clear out the communities that have been infiltrated by terrorists. This currently is being carried out. At the same time, I have ordered an extensive mobilization of reserves and that we return fire of a magnitude that the enemy has not known. The enemy will pay an unprecedented price. In the meantime, I call on the citizens of Israel to strictly adhere to the directives of the IDF and Home Front Command. We are at war, and we will win it.
This morning's incident marked an unprecedented infiltration by Hamas gunmen into Israel from Gaza and is the most serious escalation since Israel and Hamas fought a 10-day war in 2021. Continuing coverage now, newly elected Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice Janet Protasewicz says she will not recuse herself from two cases involving state redistricting. The decision comes after threats of impeachment from Republican lawmakers. Protasewicz is part of a 4-3 liberal majority on the court. Her election ended a 15-year run of conservative control. During her campaign, she called Republican-drawn election maps, quote, unfair and rigged. In an order she filed, Protasewicz says, quote, recusal decisions are controlled by the law. They are not a matter of personal preference. If precedent requires it, I must recuse. But if precedent does not warrant recusal, my oath binds me to participate. Allowing politics or pressure to sway my decision would betray my oath and destroy judicial independence. The big question in Washington remains who will be the next Speaker of the House. At least two members have announced their bids, representing two factions of the Republican Party, and now former President Trump has weighed in with an endorsement. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
There is still no permanent speaker in the House, but we know more about candidates who have their eye on the gavel. On Friday, former President Trump threw his weight behind Jim Jordan of Ohio, giving him his, quote, complete and total endorsement.
Jim Jordan, how great is he?
The endorsement could be significant. More than 70 House Republicans support Trump's re-election bid. Jordan is a close Trump ally who former Congresswoman Liz Cheney says helped him strategize ahead of January 6th.
Jim Jordan was involved was part of the conspiracy in which Donald Trump was engaged as he attempted to overturn the election.
Jordan is a leader of the Biden impeachment inquiry and founder of the Conservative Freedom Caucus.
All I'm saying is we need to unite the conference. I think I can do that.
Also in the running, current Majority Leader Steve Scalise of Louisiana. He is a Trump supporter pitching himself as a consensus builder. Scalise is now fighting blood cancer but has been cleared to run by his doctors.
The good news is the cancer has dropped dramatically.
At the White House, President Biden said he'll try to work with any new speaker, but criticized Republican infighting that has brought the House to a standstill.
It's time to stop fooling around. House Republicans, it's time for you to do your job.
House Republicans will meet behind closed doors next week, but some think the battle for Speaker could drag on for days or weeks. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Yesterday, McCarthy denied reports he's considering resigning from his seat in Congress. He told reporters he may run for re-election next year. Today is homecoming day for UW-Madison students. Last night, the time-honored homecoming parade kicked off the weekend. It may have been a bit chilly, but that didn't stop spectators from coming out to enjoy one of the highlights of homecoming week. Student groups, parade floats, and of course, the UW Marching Band were all featured in the parade. Also on campus, the annual Fill the Hill event at Bascom Hill has raised more than $500,000. Pink Flamingos line Bascom Hill, with each one representing a private donation made to the Wisconsin Foundation and Alumni Association. It wasn't just on Bascom Hill, though. More than 100 areas of campus participated in Fill the Hill. Since its inception, the fundraiser has raised nearly $3 million through more than 18,000 gifts.
We had no thought that this would live on decades later and be on postcards and fundraising efforts for the university. It's thrilling, and my friends who went to school here with me think so too.
This year, more than 2,900 donations were made. And today, the Badgers are back on the football field for a showdown with Rutgers. In a programming reminder, if you're not going to the game, you'll need a Peacock subscription to watch it from home. The streaming service has the rights to today's game. There's no free trial offered either. So 1 month of the service will cost you $5.99 plus tax if you choose to subscribe. Kickoff this morning is at 11. Big changes are coming across the UW system. Starting next summer, thousands of high school seniors across the state will be getting into college without applying. UW system President Jay Rothman recently announced a new direct admissions initiative for all but 3 of the UW system schools. Those that aren't are UW-Madison, Eau Claire, and La Crosse. Our Brayden Ross breaks it all down.
Any high school senior will tell you the college admissions process is not simple.
You have to manage all these different forms and deadlines.
But next summer, Wisconsin is joining a growing list of states trying to make getting into college a little easier.
Why don't we just simplify the process for everyone and automatically admit people to college using the information we already have?
All but 3 UW system schools will participate in a new direct admission initiative set to start next July, automatically admitting Wisconsin high school seniors based on things like GPA and class rank.
So the current kind of college application process asks people to complete all these steps on really uneven ground. And so direct admissions is kind of saying, hey, why don't we just get rid of these steps altogether and just make life simpler for everybody?
UW-Madison education researcher Taylor Odell studies direct admission programs across the country.
These direct admissions programs are working by helping get people further along the college-going pipeline.
The exciting thing for us is that we are interested in expanding the number of people going on to higher education.
Despite improving numbers this year, UW System President Jay Rothman is still working to fight declining enrollment across the system.
This will have a positive impact on our enrollment. That's what its intent is to ensure that we reach out to students who are eligible and qualified to and can be successful in our schools.
But Odell warns it's not a silver bullet.
It's really great to get proactively admitted to college, but at the end of the day, you still have to pay for college.
But for Rothman, even opening the door is a good start.
We appreciate that it is a heavy lift. But I think one of the great things about the direct admissions program is that we can then start to have conversations with students about what financial aid is available.
That was Brayden Ross reporting. Each university will get to set their own admissions criteria for things like GPA. If a prospective student makes the cut, they'll get admissions letter next summer without even sending in an application. The Labor Department says the U.S. added nearly double the new hires expected in September. The news marked the 33rd straight month of growth for the labor market. September's gains reflected the largest monthly jump since January, and the unemployment rate holding steady from August at 3.8.
We still have more work to do on inflation, but also some growth in wages, especially among the lowest paid workers.
Hospitality and leisure led the hiring surge, which were areas that previously struggled to recover after the pandemic. This was followed by government and healthcare jobs, where hourly wages were just shy of estimates, but still trending up. On Wall Street, stocks rallied Friday despite the stronger than expected jobs report. Stocks initially sold off on the news, but rebounded midday. All three major stock indices were up at the closing bell on Friday. And here's a look at the numbers. The Dow up 288 points, the NASDAQ up 211.5, and the S&P gained 50. Still ahead, it's got some medical news, including what a new study says about the antiviral treatment against COVID. And you're taking a live look outside. Jacob is tracking your full forecast next on Weekend Mornings.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. The Tommy Van Ness team has a real passion for real estate and would love to work with you on buying and selling your house. We are a multi-award winning team with over $500 million in sales.
Our strong work ethic and negotiation skills will help guide you through the buying or selling process. If you're considering buying or selling in 2023, now is the time.
Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
The house before you, over 30 years old, still has its original windows. Bone chilling.
There's no need to be afraid of old windows. Feldco's got you covered this fall with 40% off windows and 40% off roofing. Plus, no interest for 1 year. 40% off windows and roofing won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Announcing the winners of Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Congratulations to Roth Cheese for winning bronze for Best Cheese Producer. Roth Cheese, always good. See all the winners on MadisonMagazine.com.
Teens have drama.
1 more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here are the 3 things you need to know to get you ready for the weekend. It is going to remain cool with high temperatures only reaching the middle 50s for our entire area. And it's going to be so chilly that during the overnight hours into the early morning hours, some frost is possible. Although the best chance of frost will come next work week. And our next chance of rain, at least our next significant chance of rain, will come Wednesday through Friday of next week. So here's a look at your Badgers football game forecast. Temperatures will be in the lower 50s for much of the game. It's going to start out sunny, but the clouds are going to increase throughout the game. It also is going to be breezy, so the temperatures may feel a bit chillier than what they actually are. So definitely bundle up if you plan on attending. Afternoon highs will be in the middle 50s. You know, this isn't too bad when compared to the middle of winter, but considering we've just seen temperatures in the 70s and even 80s, it's going to feel a lot colder than it actually is, simply because it's the first few days where the temperatures are really dropping. Now, if we look at the overnight lows, we'll have temperatures dropping into the 40s, ever so slightly milder tonight than it was last night and this morning. Simply that has to do with all the cloud cover we're going to see tonight. And then for tomorrow, it's going to be much of the same. Highs will be in the mid 50s, plenty of cloud cover, small chance of rain, but not expect to see a ton of rain this weekend. Looking forward at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, the cold weather will continue, especially for the central portion of the United States and here in southern Wisconsin. So the fall-like weather is here to stay, and it is not going anywhere. Now, I want to fast forward a little bit. This is Wednesday at noon. We're not expecting to see any rain until then, but Wednesday night we are going to see a system move into the area, especially for southern Wisconsin. And throughout the day on Thursday, it'll be lighter rain, but then by the time we get to Friday, especially Thursday night and Friday, there is a much better chance of rainfall. And right now, early models are showing quite a bit of rainfall across our area for Wednesday night through Friday. Some areas could possibly receive over an inch of rainfall, which is definitely some still much needed rain. Although we've had quite a bit of rain the last 2 weeks, consider if we go all the way back to the beginning of the summer and spring, we are still under a significant drought. So we still need that rainfall. It does look like the heaviest rain will be to the south, but our entire area for both Madison and La Crosse still expect to see some rain nonetheless during that time frame. Temperatures aren't going to be impacted by the rain too much. We'll still have highs in the mid 50s. Could reach lower 60s on Wednesday, but those overnight lows Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning could possibly reach below freezing, so some frost is possible during those morning hours. Now for Madison, much of the same. Overnight lows could be in the 30s, highs will be in the 50s. Could possibly, sorry, I almost just tripped there. Could possibly reach the lower 60s as we get into Wednesday, but a better chance of 60s will return by next Monday. But in general, we really aren't expected to see warm temperatures return for quite a while. So fall-like weather is definitely here to stay.
Thank you, Jacob. Employees at two of the country's largest drugstore chains are demanding change. Some Walgreens employees are doing that by staging a series of walkouts next week. They say harsh working conditions make it difficult to safely fill prescriptions, and they believe this could put customers at risk. One organizer says it's due to the burdensome prescription and vaccination expectations placed on pharmacists by corporate management. They say the expectations are often based on the number of team members each pharmacy should have, when in reality staffing is much lower. In a statement, Walgreens had acknowledged employees are overworked. What a new study says about the antiviral treatment against COVID and how breastfeeding children could help reduce obesity. Michael George has the week's top health stories.
Children who are breastfed are less likely to be obese as they grow older. Research presented for the European Association for the Study of Diabetes shows that babies breastfed for at least 6 months had a lower percentage of body fat at age 9 compared to children who weren't breastfed. The research also showed children who didn't drink soda before 18 months had lower levels of body fat. After a late summer spike in COVID cases and with the holidays approaching, a new study published in JAMA found that Paxlovid, the antiviral treatment, is effective in reducing hospitalization and death in extremely vulnerable individuals. Severely immunocompromised people saw the greatest benefit from the treatment. And older drivers with ADHD are at a much higher risk for car crashes. Researchers at Columbia University say ADHD patients aged 65 and older were twice as likely to report traffic tickets and crashes. Although ADHD is often considered a childhood ailment, it can persist and affect people through adulthood. That's a look at some of the week's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And still ahead on Weekend Mornings, our Andrew Banser checks in with Friday's news and sports. Stick with us. You're watching Weekend Mornings.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro.
Cut. More feeling. Cue the music.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Love it.
Now new and current customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. With Dean Health Plan, you can get the coverage you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. That includes medical, hospital, and prescription coverage with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits, plus extra benefits like comprehensive dental and savings on over-the-counter pharmacy items. Call 1-855-822-6173 now to request your free Dean Health Plan guide. Dean Health Plan, right here with you.
It's here, Wisconsin's newest and most exclusive sports show. Wisconsin Huddle. It's more than just highlights. It's more than X's and O's. It's a dynamic 30-minute weekly special produced for the die-hard fans of Wisconsin athletics. Embark on an exclusive journey into the lives of some of UW's top athletes as we offer an inside look into their world. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Progress means producing renewable fuels for trucks on the road today. We're partnering with farmers to develop these fuels using everything from plant byproducts to cow manure. And then using those fuels to help lower the life cycle carbon intensity of the transportation industry. Driving the world forward today while forging new roads to the future. That's energy in progress.
Imagine if you could get ahead of your IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain. Say yes to Linzess. Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. These aren't all the side effects. Get ahead of it. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save on Linzess.
One roll of a lifetime, one sore throat. But she had enough. She took Mucinex InstaSoothe sore throat lozenges. Show your sore throat who's boss. Mucinex InstaSoothe works in seconds, lasts for hours.
We're all here to talk about her.
Hello. We built her so we could get a family plan.
Well, with U.S. Cellular, it's just $29.99 per line.
I guess we don't need that fourth line.
This is awkward.
U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Here's a look at your weather photo of the day. This was sent in by Barb from Keeler, so thank you, Barb. And you could submit your own photos through our app or through the email address you see on screen, firstwarn@WISC-TV.com. Now I want to talk about the current fall color report, and parts of the northern state are actually past peak colors. So this may be the last really good weekend to travel up north to see the colors if you are interested. But if you could see, parts of the southern portion of the state are not even at 25%. So there's still plenty of fall colors incoming, but if you can handle the cold, this might be a good weekend to travel up north because temperatures, although they're going to be cold, a lot of the northern state is at peak right now. But in general, I mean, the temperature shouldn't impact you too much if you plan on going because it's going to be just as cold next weekend, and this fall-like weather is definitely here to stay.
Thank you, Jacob. It's National Youth Sports Week, a time to look at the value sports play in a young person's life. Whether it's football, basketball, or golf, playing sports teaches kids valuable lessons like goal setting, sportsmanship, and teamwork. Sports also play key roles in physical health for kids. As for what age they should start participating, Dr. Allison Brooks with UW Health says it's probably okay to start around kindergarten.
Once kids are 4 or 5, I think they have the developmental skills to do some early sports, whether it's, some soccer, gymnastics. But I think a lot of it depends on the interest of the child.
Research has also found sports can benefit a child's mental health and emotional development. The Badger men's basketball team is getting back to work ahead of the 2023 season with their 7th practice of the fall now in the books. In this week's Wisconsin Huddle, Zach Hanley sat down with longtime Wisconsin forward Tyler Wall. After a disappointing season last year, Wall spoke about the team's goals for this year.
We have goals every year, and that's to win a Big Ten championship, that's to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. and to just have the opportunity is really special. And so it's a long season, as everyone knows, and so I feel like this offseason and going into this preseason, it's been taking it one day at a time, and it's easy to get distracted on a Big Ten championship and being the only one to do that, but it is definitely one of our goals and something that we're striving towards this year.
You can watch the Wisconsin Huddle Fridays at 6:30 on WISC Madison and WKBT La Crosse. And now your weekend morning sports update with Andrew Banstra.
The Wisconsin women's hockey team returned to their home ice for the first time since winning their national title back on Saturday. And Boston College gave them a scare, but the Badgers took care of the Golden Eagles. They were back out on the ice last night and hoisted the banner for their record-setting 7th national title. A few minutes into the first period, game scoreless. Badgers moving the puck better than a U-Haul van, and it finds Lacey Eden, who connects for the goal. How about those Badgers taking a 1-0 lead on the screaming slap shot? And then just moments later, into the 18th minute, Badgers attacking again. Cassie Hall dekes backhanded goal. How about that? Badgers bagged 2 goals late in the first period and ran away with it from there, winning by 10. They'd win it 12-2. After weeks of mystery, the Packers star left tackle David Bakhtiari announced yesterday morning that he will get season-ending surgery to repair a cartilage issue in his knee. The Packers play the Raiders on Monday night, and they are kind of in the middle of a mini bye week right now, which has allowed some key players to get healthy. But Bakhtiari, the team's highest paid player, who's only played in 1 week this season, says he needs another knee surgery and plans to be ready for the 2024 training camp.
You know, we tried, every which way to see to not have to get the surgery or to make sure really this is the option that we have to take, the course of action we need to take. Obviously, we hit a point where it's been drawing on so long where I'm like, okay, clearly we just need to fix this.
And Badgers great and Colts running back Jonathan Taylor, who has not played in a game this season due to an ankle injury, might be close to a return. Taylor, who had a public contract dispute with the Colts, participated in a full practice this week earlier and says he feels good and healthy. That's your morning sports fix. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Andrew. Coming up next, a look at our top morning headlines. Stick with us. This is Weekend Mornings.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Madison. 1 weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. October 14th and 15th. Alliant Energy Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
Follow the fall colors to the Oakwood Fruit Farm just east of Richland Center. Over 20 varieties of your favorite apples to choose from. We grow and handpick the very best for you. A tradition we've kept in our family farm since 1904. Your family will love our delicious treats. Fresh apple cider, caramel apples, homemade pastries, including our legendary apple cider donuts. You'll want to make Oakwood Fruit Farm part of your fall traditions. Come to the Oakwood Fruit Farm. Visit oakwoodfruitfarm.com.
When migraine strikes, are the trade-offs of treating worth it? Ubrelvy is another option. It quickly eliminates migraine pain.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness.
Ask about Ubrelvy.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Right now, migrants from Gaza have entered Israeli territory after a barrage of rockets. Israel's prime minister saying they're at war. We have the breaking details. Plus, news here in Wisconsin, a man running for a reason. Armand Rahman brings us his story of raising money and awareness. And temperatures remaining cool for this foreseeable future. Jacob is tracking it all through the rest of the weekend. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. It's just a little bit before 8:30 on this Saturday. I'm Kyle Pazorski. Let's send over Jacob Montesano. Jacob, are you going to be going to the Badgers game later today?
Yeah, I will be there, and I do plan on bundling up. This is one of the coolest days. Yeah, one of the coolest days we've seen since the spring. You know, yesterday was just as cool, but these last 2 days in general, pretty much the coolest days we've seen since the spring. And these temperatures are here to stay. Here's a look at the current temperatures. Lower 40s, upper 30s for a lot of our area. Starting to warm up a bit as the sun is coming up. Earlier in the morning, a lot of the area had temperatures in the 30s, although I do believe our entire region stayed above freezing, but that may not be the case as we begin next work week. Now, yesterday the winds were a little gusty, and during the overnight hours they were fine, but they are expected to rise back up to around 20 miles per hour during the afternoon hours, so the wind may make it feel even colder than it actually is. So taking a look at futurecast, we're going to see pretty clear skies for the morning, but clouds are going to roll into our area from the northwest, and it could bring a few very light showers, but any rain that does fall is expected to be very light. We're not expected to see anything significant during today. A lot of our area probably won't even see rain at all. Now, if we look at the daycast for Madison, high temperatures will be in the mid-50s. We will see plenty of sunshine earlier in the day with clouds developing late. And then for La Crosse, a few more clouds early, but temperatures will be very similar with highs in the middle 50s. Now, like I mentioned at the top of the show, these temperatures are expected to continue. I'll have more details on that coming up a little bit later.
Thank you, Jacob. Enjoy the Badger game.
Thank you.
To our top stories now, militants from Gaza have entered Israeli territory. It happened shortly after a barrage of rockets were fired from Gaza toward Israel earlier this morning. Information so far indicates that 40 people have been killed. The Palestinian militant group Hamas has claimed responsibility for the rocket attack. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has taken to social media to declare that his country is, quote, at war.
This morning, Hamas launched a murderous surprise attack against the state of Israel and its citizens. We have been in this since the early morning hours. I convened the heads of security establishment and ordered, first of all, to clear out the communities that have been infiltrated by terrorists. This currently is being carried out. At the same time, I have ordered an extensive mobilization of reserves and that we return fire of a magnitude that the enemy has not known. The enemy will pay an unprecedented price. In the meantime, I call on the citizens of Israel to strictly adhere to the directives of the IDF and Home Front Command. We are at war, and we will win it.
This morning's incident has marked an unprecedented infiltration by Hamas gunmen into Israel from Gaza and is the most serious escalation since Israel and Hamas fought a 10-day war in 2021. Back here in Wisconsin, newly elected Supreme Court Justice Janet Protasewicz says she will not recuse herself from 2 cases involving state redistricting. The decision comes after threats of impeachment from Republican lawmakers. Protasewicz is part of a 4-3 liberal majority on the court. Her election ended a 15-year run where conservative justices had control. During her campaign, she called Republican-drawn election maps unfair and rigged. The Labor Department says the U.S. added nearly double the new hires expected in September. The news marked the 33rd straight month of growth for the labor market. September's gains reflect the largest monthly jump since January, and the unemployment rate holding steady from August at 3.8%. A man is hoping to raise money and awareness of young people who desperately need our help. Our Aman Rahman shares his story.
What would you say your daily jog is? 3, 4 miles, maybe 6? Well, try running 75 in one day. Light little jog today, Shiloh? Or?
Just 1 or 2 miles.
When I met up with Shiloh Titus and Paul Hartwig, they'd been running since 5 in the morning.
We were 47 miles in, done 2 loops around Janesville. 23-mile loops-ish.
Their goal? About 75 miles in 16 hours and 49 minutes. That's not just a random number. It represents a charity and a harsh reality for some young people.
Project 1649 represents the 16 hours and 49 minutes between school ending one day and beginning the next.
And if you think that sounds like an insanely long time to run, imagine how long that feels when you're homeless.
Sometimes they don't have food, sometimes they don't have a place to stay.
Project 1649 hopes to provide some relief to youth across Rock County.
In addition to providing basic needs assistance and case management, we do have 2 transitional living homes.
Shiloh reached out earlier this year to help.
He chose the goal of $16,490 because that's pretty much what it costs to run one of our transitional living homes for a month. We said, sure, that sounds like a lot of fun as long as we don't have to run with you.
So him and Paul and others set out on the 23-mile loop that proved less than fun on a cool and wet fall day.
We were downtown and it just started downpouring, so we literally stopped underneath a tree because we were like, you know what? We're not getting anywhere.
But when they pass by local schools, any pain melted away.
20, 30 kids hanging outside, high-fiving, just, I've been teary-eyed many times throughout today.
It's the younger generation that Shiloh wants to keep inspiring to put one foot in front of the other.
If you put your mind to it, I mean, you can keep moving forward.
If you missed donating during Shiloh's run, you can still do so via Project 1649's website. In Janesville, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Culver's hit the links Friday morning at the Pleasant View Golf Club in honor of a toddler who affected everybody's lives 6 years ago. Riley Payne was only 19 months when she passed away in May 2018 after an 8-month fight with childhood cancer. After the untimely passing of their child, Kate and Tyler Payne established a round for Riley to raise money for pediatric cancers at the UW Carbone Cancer Center in memory of Riley.
Definitely keeps growing. We have 54 teams. We sold out in 2.5 days this year. So it's been crazy. Obviously, there's no other words to kind of convey my gratitude for everyone that is a part of this. They keep her memory alive, and for that, I'm forever grateful.
The next round for Riley will be the first Friday of October of 2024. If you want to sponsor or donate, you can head to this story on channel3000.com and find the link there. Halloween is still 3.5 weeks away, but when you go candy shopping, you might want to get Butterfingers. It's Wisconsin's most popular Halloween candy. That comes from candystore.com, which released data based on bulk sales to determine the favorite candy of each state. Chocolate and peanut butter proves to be a good combo because Reese's Cups took the #1 spot when you consider the entire country. Halloween candy spending is expected to reach $3.6 billion this year, and that's according to the National Retail Federation. U.S. drug maker Moderna plans to begin late-stage trials of its dual COVID flu vaccine in adults 50 years and older later this year. The company says early trials of the shot show the combined dose appears to elicit strong immune responses against the flu and COVID-19. The drug maker says the combo is safe and as effective as separate shots.
We know that sometimes having to return more than once to get vaccines are not really always an option for most people. And let's face it, nobody wants to get shot more than once. So if we can combine 2 vaccines into one around the same time with the same seasonality, that's going to be a win in terms of public health. Moderna hopes to have regulatory approval for the new shot by 2025.
Still ahead on Weekend Mornings, how holiday travel could be impacted by an influx of travelers. We have that story next. Stick with us.
It's the biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale.
And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
It's our biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale.
And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
We want to make sure every child in Dane County has a warm coat to wear this winter, and we need your help.
Please donate gently used, kid-sized winter coats to any Clinky Cleaners. We'll clean them for free.
And Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County would give these to kids in need right here where we live.
Don't have a kid's coat to give? Log on to Channel 3000 to make a financial donation. Track our progress on News 3 Now and Magic 98, then donate to Coats for Kids.
Well, here's a look at the drought monitor. It was released on Thursday, and compared to last week's, there were some slight improvements. In the southwestern portion of the state, there is a small chunk that is now under abnormally dry. But if you remember, last week's drought monitor compared to the drought monitor the week before that had big improvements. Now, the last week didn't have as many improvements. We didn't really see a ton of rainfall, and we're not going to see a lot of rain until the next monitor, but that rain at the end of next week could possibly bring a good amount of rainfall, especially to the far southern portions of the state. So some very small chances of rain over the weekend. Then we're definitely going to be dry to start the work week. By the end of the week, though, we do have a chance for some rain. Best chance of rain looks to be Thursday into Friday, with the rain starting Wednesday night and possibly continuing Friday night. But some models have suggested we could see over an inch of rain during that time frame. Now, temperatures aren't going to be impacted too much, as we will continuously see highs in the 50s.
Jacob, thank you. The U.S. is expected to officially name the military takeover of Niger a coup. In July, Nigerian military leaders overthrew the country's democratically elected president. Up until now, the U.S. has been reluctant to call it a coup. U.S. officials familiar with the decision say the coup designation will be announced as soon as next week. The U.S. Embassy in Niger will remain open during that time. Additionally, the U.S. military will most likely keep some forces there for limited intelligence gathering. The holidays are just a few months away, but there's growing concern airlines won't be ready for the influx of travelers. Ivan Rodriguez tells us flyer complaints are hitting new highs.
Holiday travelers could be in for another rough go at the airport this year. A new report from WISC-TV found flying has not gotten much better since a highly problematic 2022.
Flying is still really stressful, filled with way too many delays, cancellations, fees that people don't expect, lost baggage, damaged wheelchairs, all of it.
And the threat of government shutdown could make it worse. The new deadline for Congress to fund the government hits just as travel is expected to pick up. While TSA agents and air traffic controllers are considered essential, they would be working without pay.
Then you would start seeing people call off work because they might go choose to do something like DoorDash or something so they could bring in money.
To avoid major headaches, travel experts have a few suggestions. Book directly through the airlines. Try to take an early morning flight. Download your airline's app. It's the fastest way to stay up to date on your flight status and to make any changes if necessary. If problems do happen, know that you do have rights. Reach out to the airlines first. If they do not offer a meaningful resolution, you can file a complaint with the Department of Transportation. Teresa Murray with WISC-TV says the key is to follow through.
Sometimes you think that they're just trying to wear you down and wait you out. If you haven't heard something in 30 days, then follow up. Because nothing ever is going to change unless people are willing to speak up for their rights.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Still ahead on Weekend Mornings, our Andrew Banser checks in with Friday's news and sports. And let's take another live look outside. There's the Platteville Skycam. Or no, that's the WIC Skycam. Jacob has another check of the forecast next.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Introducing Feli's Flowers' new seasonal planter program. Perfect for gifts, home, or business. Enjoy a custom-made planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. For over a decade, thousands of people have turned to Tommy Van Ness Realty to buy or sell their home. Because we're more than your realtor, we're your partner.
If you list with us and take advantage of our extensive marketing, everyone will know your home is for sale.
The Tommy Van Ness Realty team is working hard for you. Call Tommy Van Ness today at 608-395-7375. Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Madison. 1 weekend only. Alliant Energy Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. October 14th and 15th. Alliant Energy Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
Imagine if you could get ahead of your IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain. Say yes to Linzess. Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. These aren't all the side effects. Get ahead of it. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save on Linzess.
Feeding your dog nutritious whole health blend with fish oil, lean proteins, and whole grains helps support their mind, body, and energy.
Outside.
By giving them everything they need.
Pet me, pet me.
Well, almost. Good boy.
Introducing Feli's Flowers' new seasonal planter program. Perfect for gifts, home, or business. Enjoy a custom-made planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here are the 3 things you need to know to get you ready for the weekend. We're going to see some pretty cool temperatures, and that will continue for much of next week as well. Some of the mornings, especially for the beginning of the work week, we may even see some frost for some areas as parts of the region may drop below freezing for the first time this season. Our next chance of rain, or at least our next chance of significant rain, will be towards the end of next week, Wednesday night through Friday. So here's one more look at your Badgers forecast. Temperatures will be in the lower 50s for much of the game. Sunshine to start the game, but clouds are going to increase throughout, and that will continue throughout the afternoon as well. It also will be breezy, so some of the temperatures may actually feel a bit colder than what they actually are. High temperatures today will be in the mid-50s for pretty much our entire region. The further north and west you're located, the more cloud cover you will see today, and the further south and east, the less cloud cover you will see. As we get into the overnight hours, we're expected to see mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures won't be quite as cool as they were this morning, but still well below average. We'll see lows in the middle 40s. I shouldn't say well below average, but definitely below average. Looking at the highs for tomorrow, middle 50s once again, a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow, and there is a very small chance of rain, but anything that does fall will be very light. Looking at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we're going to continue to see these cool temperatures. A lot of the central United States will see those cool temperatures as well. Here in southern Wisconsin, that will also be the case. Now, looking a bit further, this is Wednesday at noon. We are going to be dry for Monday and Tuesday, but then as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday, we will see some rain move into our area from the south, and it is expected to continue for Thursday and especially Friday as a system will track its way through southern Wisconsin and bring plenty of rainfall, mostly in the form of showers, though. Temperatures will be just a little bit too cold for a lot of thunderstorms to develop, but there definitely will be a few storms. But this is going to continue to move out of the area by the time we get to Friday afternoon, and it could even linger into Friday night as well. Total rainfall could be over an inch for parts of our area. The further south you're located, the more rain you will see. In areas near La Crosse, especially north La Crosse, not expect to see as much rain, but still plenty of rain will fall, especially just to the south of La Crosse. Now, for the 10-day forecast, we'll see highs in the 50s for you folks in La Crosse. Highs could be around 60 on Wednesday, but those morning lows Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday could drop below freezing as some frost is possible. And then the rain will move in Thursday, Friday, but temperatures aren't going to be impacted too much as we will continue to see highs in the 50s for next weekend. Madison will see much of the same, 50s through Tuesday. May not get to 60 on Wednesday, but it'll be close. Thursday and Friday, we'll see the rain as temperatures will drop into the lower 50s for Friday and the weekend. Monday of the following week, we could possibly see it back in the 60s, but in general, the fall weather will continue.
The Wisconsin women's hockey team returned to their home ice for the first time since winning their national title back on Saturday. And Boston College gave them a scare, but the Badgers took care of the Golden Eagles. They were back out on the ice last night and hoisted the banner for their record-setting 7th national title. A few minutes into the first period, game scoreless. Badgers moving the puck better than a U-Haul van, and it finds Lacey Eden, who connects for the goal. How about those Badgers taking a 1-0 lead on the screaming slap shot? And then just moments later, into the 18th minute, Badgers attacking again. Cassie Hall dekes backhanded goal. How about that? Badgers bagged 2 goals late in the first period and ran away with it from there, winning by 10. They'd win it 12-2. After weeks of mystery, the Packers star left tackle David Bakhtiari announced yesterday morning that he will get season-ending surgery to repair a cartilage issue in his knee. The Packers play the Raiders on Monday night, and they are kind of in the middle of a mini bye week right now, which has allowed some key players to get healthy. But Bakhtiari, the team's highest paid player, who's only played in 1 week this season, says he needs another knee surgery and plans to be ready for the 2024 training camp.
You know, we tried, every which way to see to not have to get the surgery or to make sure really this is the option that we have to take, the course of action we need to take. Obviously, we hit a point where it's been drawing on so long where I'm like, okay, clearly we just need to fix this.
And Badgers great and Colts running back Jonathan Taylor, who has not played in a game this season due to an ankle injury, might be close to a return. Taylor, who had a public contract dispute with the Colts, participated in a full practice this week earlier and says he feels good and healthy. That's your morning sports fix. Have a fantastic day.
price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures. There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock. Because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Don't miss Schuster's Farm Fall Harvest, on now through October 30th. Over 60 activities for all ages. Get lost in the corn maze. Enjoy barnyard animals and hay rides. Over 14 acres of pumpkins. Tasty eats and treats with apple cider donuts, homemade pumpkin cake, caramel apples, craft beer and wine. Dare to enter our haunted forest. Schuster's Farm Fall Harvest, just minutes east of Madison and Deerfield. Visit schustersfarm.com for details.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
From a diamond engagement to a diamond anniversary and everything in between, we shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to. At Diamond Select, we also fix, reset, and remake jewelry too. Diamond Select in downtown Stoughton.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9.
Finally this morning, somebody to look out for this coming winter. Heating costs could hit record levels. The National Energy Assistance Directors Association says homes heating with natural gas could pay $726 just for heating. The outlook is even more expensive for people using propane, heating oil, and electricity. Experts say high energy prices and the expectation of a colder than usual winter could drive the high prices. Jacob Montesano, today's probably the first day to put on your heater for the winter, isn't it?
Well, if not today, then yesterday, because these are definitely the coolest temperatures we've seen since the spring. Let's take one final look at your Saturday forecast. Highs will be in the mid-50s, mostly dry, light showers possible, but in general, 50s, a little bit windy, and that's going to be the case for tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, there's a little bit of a better chance of rain, but still expected to be mostly dry. But tomorrow will also be a little less breezy, but temperatures will be pretty similar. Highs will be in the mid-50s for much of our area. Now, looking at the next 7 days for La Crosse, 50s will continue for Monday and Tuesday. Overnight lows Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday may actually drop into the 30s, with some areas could possibly drop below freezing. And then Thursday and Friday will be our next chance of rain. Could see quite a bit of rain, still unclear at this point as to how much rain will fall. But temperatures aren't going to be impacted too much. We'll still see highs in the mid-50s for next weekend. Madison will see much of the same, 50s through Tuesday. Possibly 60 on Wednesday, but still going to be a little bit below average. The rain Thursday and Friday. And then next weekend, highs will be back in the lower 50s, and highs could possibly get to the 60s the following Monday. So the fall weather is here. We may not see temperatures as warm as we had this last week until possibly next year. So if you like the cool temperatures, it's your time to shine.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you all for watching. Have a great Saturday.